Hey, it's Bri, and today I'm helping you get rid of all the toxic bitches in your life. So I really wanted to film this video last night, and I decided that I was gonna come correct with this video because this video is something that I have recently been experiencing. It's a lesson that I'm currently learning in life. That's why I thought to myself, you know what, this is not a video that I actually want to rush into. I want to make sure that I have like some talking points that I can go over with you guys. So yeah, first of all, I just want to say that I have actively been reading you guys' comments, and more than 4 of you guys have commented and said that every time I upload a video, it kind of corresponds with what you're going through in real life. That makes me even more excited to film this video. And I just want to say, full disclaimer, I am so passionate about what I'm going to talk about, because when I was sitting here and I was thinking about these talking points, I had like particular people in mind. I have literally cut off damn near everybody in my life. And last year, 2 years ago, bitch, 2 months ago, my feelings would have been so hurt that I had nobody in my corner, nobody with me. But I've just developed a completely, totally different sense of myself. I feel more empowered alone. And to be honest with you guys, I have no empathy ghosting people or cutting somebody out of my life if they don't serve me. And I feel like it's because I've been betrayed and stabbed in the back so much that now I know to put myself as a priority. And like I said, going back to the point about reading you guys' comments, like, everything that I do on this channel, I don't want to upload videos, or even though I have like 1,000 video ideas, I only want to film the videos that like call to my spirit, and I feel like, okay, this is the one you have to make. And I 100% feel like this is a video that needs to be made like now. I don't want you bitches feeling lonely. I want you guys to really understand that if someone is not serving you in your life, if someone is doing any of the 5 things in this video that we're gonna go over, they're not worth your time. They don't respect you, and you need to put yourself at the forefront, and you need to make yourself a priority. Also, before we even go ahead and really jump into these five red flags, I guess I want to say, I just want to let you know that never feel guilty for cutting people out of your life, because at the end of the day, if people are not showing up for you like how you show up for them, that is literally the universe's permission for you to cut them the fuck out of your life. So don't feel bad. Don't feel sad for yourself about being alone. Like, seriously, I have no fucking problem cutting people out of my life and just doing what I need to do, because at this point in my life, nobody is more important to me than YouTube. I don't know what your circumstance is, bitch. I don't know who you need to cut off of your life, but I promise you, by the time I'm done listing these 5 characteristics or these 5 red flags, you're just because you like me, you're gonna be like, bitch, look, you got to go. You need to cut it. I don't know if you guys know who this is, but I love Miss R Fabulous, and she has this one quote, like, when you know what you bring to the table, you have no fucking problem eating by yourself. Hey, what you? So step number 1 to knowing if it's time to cut somebody off would be if they continue to cross your boundaries. I personally believe, based off life experiences, that our personal boundaries are an exact reflection of our self-love. I feel like when we let people into our lives, either directly or indirectly, we articulate our boundaries. If you've never told someone that what they said to you made you feel uncomfortable, I'm pretty sure intuitively they knew from your body language or from your vibe that they made you feel uncomfortable. When people keep doing shit that make you question your values and your personal boundaries, they don't respect you. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Everybody in high school had that one friend that, like, every time you got a compliment, they would be like, oh,
well, that's my sweater.
Or,
she stole that from Forever 21.
Bitch, I used to have friends like that. Like, we would all go to Urban Outfitters. We would all be stealing, but let a bitch get a compliment on my shoes from Urban. Oh, well, she stole them. bitch, you was in there stealing too. Just stuff like that. People who try to put you on blast, people who try to embarrass you, people who try to put you down, people who try to make you question yourself and your value. Those are people that are not worth being in your life, bitch, because they're just gonna keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. And they're gonna keep coming up with valid reasons for why you're tripping,
why it's not that deep,
and why you should continue to allow them to disrespect your ass. I'm not here to support that. Like, I feel like you're better than that. When people continuously cross your personal boundaries, then subconsciously they're causing you to question your own value and what you will allow in your life. And I feel like that is like the ultimate red flag, and that's why I made it number 1, because it's very subtle, bitch. Like, you could think that someone's just making a joke. You could think that, you know, you're just accepting someone for who they are. But the whole time, the reality of the fact is they're walking all over your ass to lower your boundaries, to lower your standards so they can get away with more toxic, negative shit. And you need to notice that from the jump. You need to not give people a pass when they make you uncomfortable. When you point out to them, hey, like, when you do that, it reminds me of X, Y, and Z. If you're actually like a polite person and you take the time to explain to people why their actions are crossing your boundaries or are making you uncomfortable and they continue to do it, cut those bitches off. Because I'm the kind of person, like, after a while, if I'm explaining it to you and explaining it to you, I'm gonna stop and I'm just gonna let you go on autopilot, and I'm gonna see that, like, you literally don't give a fuck. Like, you want to do what you want to do, okay? So let's move on to number 2. You'll know if it's time to cut somebody out of your life if they continuously gaslight you or invalidate your feelings. So number 1 was number 1 for a reason, because we went over personal boundaries, because personal boundaries are guidelines for how people are supposed to treat your ass. So if people are constantly invalidating your feelings and gaslighting you and making you feel like you deserve the treatment that you're receiving, even though you know in your spirit that you deserve so much better, you gotta cut their ass off, because you're never gonna win. Like, that's never going to be a battle that you can fucking win. Because if someone is willing to use your own past, your own trauma, your own emotions against you, that is like a sick fuck. Like, that's someone that doesn't deserve to be in your life, because they're just fucked up to the core. Like, they don't even want to hear how their actions make you feel, which means that they're not a genuine person. Genuine people, they don't want to go around like fucking up people's lives. They don't want to go around making people feel less than they deserve to feel. If you can't even talk to someone about how their actions are negative or toxic to you without them going, well, you did this. Well, I would have never did that if you never did this. Well, actually, you deserve for me to do that because you did X, Y, and Z and I didn't say anything. So, da-da-da-da-da. None of those answers are acceptable, bitch. None of them. We are adults. We are adults. We are mature enough, especially like in this day and age where everybody is all about mental illness and stopping bullying. It's so crazy how everybody wants to stop bullying. Everybody wants to be so conscious of other people's mental illness and mental health awareness, but then the same bitches be bullies. Like, it's really like so crazy to me, because the same people that are always constantly like gaslighting people are the same people that are always constantly playing victim. I swear to God.
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
I don't even want to go into it. Like, hurt people hurt people. People who invalidate your feelings and gaslight you, they only do that because they don't want to look in the mirror. And you know me, I'm always going to pull examples from my real life to just like really drive it home with you. When I was in Vegas and that whole debacle with my siblings and like my sister calling me on the phone and asking me if I left my brother stranded in Vegas, that shit right there was just ridiculous. But then like to actually see my brother and to see how convinced he was that I was a user, like, first of all, let me break it down to you how I'm not a user. I get a YouTube check every single month. I run a business. I have sponsored videos that I do, which also is like additional income. When my brother moved out to Los Angeles from Ohio in December, he literally had no job and I was paying for everything because my brother had no money. Everywhere that my brother went or wanted to go, I paid for the Ubers because I knew that my brother was not financially stable. So it's so crazy to me how as soon as he gets a car, he lets somebody get in his mind and convince him that I'm a fucking user. How easily people forget. On the flip side of the token, the person that was manipulating my brother, my big sister, I don't even want to say big sister because unfortunately we are related. I know for a fact that my big sister was the person that convinced my brother that I was a user. Let me go ahead and pull receipts again, bitch. When I was living in Oakland with my big sister, I was waking up every day at like 4 or 5 in the morning, paying $30 every single morning to go to work in McDonald's. Like, I don't know, like I live in LA, so from Oakland to Pleasanton is probably about the same distance from LA to the Valley. So maybe about like 21 miles every single day. Every single day. I worked 6 days or 5 days out of a week for 10 hours at McDonald's. I was paying $30 Ubers to go to work. My sister never once asked me, do you need Uber money? Bitch, I was working 2 jobs when I moved to Oakland. When I moved to Oakland from Ohio after that whole issue with my dad, I worked 2 jobs. I never asked my sister once for a fucking handout, ever. I never asked my sister for shit. So I just find it so funny that like, I could live with someone that's like literally a decade older than me, okay, work 2 jobs, never once asked this bitch for help. My sister would only pick me up and drop me off at work if it benefited her. I would be getting off the BART, walking home in like 90-degree weather and see my sister driving around people that wasn't even related to her. She would only pull over because she would recognize me in my McDonald's uniform. This is the life that I lived. So if someone could really look at me and tell me that I'm a user, when I go out of my way to have independence and not depend on people, that's someone that doesn't deserve to be in my fucking life. Someone could call me on the phone and accuse me of leaving my brother stranded when they know damn well that's not my character, because they know damn well that I'm the same person that had been kicked out when I had nothing. I am the kind of person that like when people saw that I was down and I had nothing, they would literally kick me. So for someone to be like, oh, you left Billy stranded, oh, da da da, like that is just complete gaslighting. It's a complete invalidation of not only my feelings, but my experiences as a human being. And I'm just not down for that. And I feel like people who gaslight are people who are manipulative and they can't take the responsibility of looking at themselves in the mirror. So that's why it's easy to attack me, because I'm a bitch that keeps it all the way real. I can get on the internet and talk to thousands of people and own up to the same shit that I told you in private. People who gaslight you, people who invalidate your feelings, they would rather you question yourself than really take the time to look in the mirror and see like, fuck, like what parts of me should I work on? What parts of me need healing? Why am I even like this in the first place? You need to cut them off because you need to understand that these are people that don't necessarily want to change. They just want you to shut up so they could sleep at night with a narrative that they created that helps their crazy ass sleep at night. Like, please understand that anybody that will gaslight you or invalidate your feelings, they need professional help, bitch. They are beyond your expertise. How do you help someone that doesn't even want to look at themselves? Cut them off. Now let's move on to the third sign that you need to cut that bitch off. If somebody doesn't show up for you in the same way that you show up for them. Now, once again, I'm going to pull from my life examples because, I mean, the only reason I'm making this video is based off of experiences and because I'm strong enough to cut bitches off. I can honestly say that I've always been like a very uplifting, very positive person. I've always been that friend that is like pitching people business ideas, knowing damn well that that bitch is not serious about her future and she doesn't even have enough confidence in herself to believe that she can make that dream come true. But nonetheless, I'm still that person like rooting for you, being your cheerleader. Let's do this, let's do this, let's be rich. You deserve to be the best version of yourself. I've always been that friend and I've never gotten that in return. What do you mean, Brianna? Like, what do you mean you've never gotten that in return? The best example I can give you, My most successful video on YouTube: how I catfish sugar daddies for money. I remember I went to my big sister and I went to one of my other best friends at the time, and I pitched the video idea to them. Those people that I went to, that I confided in, that I trusted, that I thought believed in my vision for my future and for my channel, they told me not to film that video. If I listened to those people, I would have never filmed that video, and I don't even think I would have experienced the success that I have on my channel if I listened to those people. These are people that I featured on my vlogs. These are people that I, like I said, pitched so many ideas to so they could develop their own financial independence, so they wouldn't be looking at me, jealous of me, while I chase my dreams. I always try to like inspire people to align with their higher version of themselves, because that's what my mission and purpose in life is. Like, my goal and purpose in life is to align with the best version of me. And I know, like, the way that my personality is just organically, like, let's just act like my higher self never even existed. Just my natural version of myself brings so many haters that I would try to like inspire everyone around me, everyone in my group, in my friend circle or in my family circle, everyone that was a loved one around me. Basically, I tried to inspire them and uplift them and motivate them so they could kind of like stay out of my way as I go and pursue my dreams, because they would be focused on their passions, right? No, bitch, I was wrong. It'd be situations like, okay, you know I do YouTube, you know I get free hair, you know I'm an influencer, or I'm like beginning stages of being an influencer, but you don't want to take my pictures when we go out. But then when we're on Instagram and we're in the group chat, you're sending me all these pictures of all these other bad bitches, the Real Cow sister, Jada, Wada, like you're sending me all these other bitches, but then when we go out, you don't even want to take my pictures. And you know that that's literally my job. YouTube is not a hobby to me, it's literally my job. So if a bitch want to hang out with me but don't want to take my pictures, like, you're not my friend. You're not showing up for me the way that I need you to, because you're not supporting my livelihood, but then at the same time you want to benefit off the perks of being friends with the influencer. It's funny how, like, when you on Instagram, you acknowledge that it's other people's jobs and it's other people's lifestyles, and you acknowledge that, but then when it comes to me, you don't support it. It just don't make no sense. It's like 2 + 2 = like 82, and it's just not adding up to me. That's why I need and you need to cut bitches off like that. Like, if you're constantly trying to be a beacon of light in somebody's life and they just keep tearing your ass down, they keep not showing up for you, oh my god, like, oh my god. It's like how, like, on Basketball Wives and Real Housewives of Atlanta, when a bitch has like a housewarming or when she has like a pop-up event and somebody doesn't show up, and then it becomes like a whole episode that one person didn't show up to their pop-up or to their event, and it's like, oh my god, I put so much work into this, why would you not show up? I've showed up to all your events. It's literally the same situation. Like, if someone is going to not show up for you like how you show up for them, cut their ass off, because as you continue to ascend up the ladder and achieve more and more blessings, they're just gonna put the evil eye more and more on your ass. They don't deserve to be around you because they don't believe in you, bitch. So keep their ass at a distance. Love them from afar, or don't love them at all. When someone doesn't match your energy, when someone just takes and takes and takes from you and doesn't give an ounce back, it's because they don't value you. And I really feel like we just need to get to the nitty gritty and accept that. I feel like our generation makes too many excuses for people, bitch. Everybody you know got a mental illness. You're looking at somebody right now that has, like, I have been diagnosed with depression, mood disorders, okay, bitch. Like, my vibe was all over the place. They couldn't even put it into like one parameter. So they just said I had post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and a mood disorder, okay? Everybody that you know, everybody that you see on the internet, your mom, your dad, damn near everybody got a mental illness. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, okay? So what? I grew up in a situation that was so traumatic, it literally gave me PTSD. I don't go around treating people fucked up because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like, so I don't give that feeling and that energy to other people. It's really not that hard. Like, if you know that you've had a hard life, and then you're making an excuse for somebody else who's treating you like shit because you know that they've had a hard life. I'm sorry, baby girl, that's just not a good enough excuse. It's just not good enough. You had a fucked up life too. You're not moving like how they move, so fuck them. You really have to like legit take a look in the mirror and accept the fact that if someone's not showing up for you how you show up for them, they don't care, they don't love you, and if they're not fighting for it, why the fuck should you? I'm gonna go ahead and give you another example before we move on to the fourth red flag or the fourth sign that you need to cut someone off. When I was in Ohio with the whole like I met my deadbeat dad story time, I had a fake Twitter account. I had a fake Twitter account because my YouTube was really blowing up and I just wanted to express myself in a way that, you know, was a little more private. So it was kind of like my burner account on Twitter was literally the equivalent to a close friends on Instagram, okay? When I was in Ohio, I was like live tweeting my experience, and it was important for me to have that burner account because I'm a YouTuber. Like, I didn't want my subscribers and my supporters to know that I was in such a dark place, and it was better for me to vent on that account to about like 16 people. I was tweeting some really dark, really suicidal shit on that burner account when I was in Ohio. Like, my dad, he was really bringing up some childhood trauma that I did not want to relive, and I didn't know how to handle that emotionally because I'm still young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an old ass person. I'm not 35, 45 years old. Like, I'm still learning how to process my emotions, and I grew up on the internet, so that was where I was voicing my experience and like a lot of suicidal shit. I'm gonna keep it honest. And these were supposed to be my close friends. These were supposed to be people that like literally physically had my phone number and knew me in real life. Nobody reached out to me. My own friends saw one of my darkest moments in my adult life as entertainment. My own fucking friends. They did not show up for me how I would have showed up for them. My friends, my ex-friends, because at this point in my life, I have literally no friends, and I will say that on camera. So if you're watching this and you think we still friends, we not. I'm just gonna tell you right now, like, I'm good off you. Like, I'm good. Like, you ain't gotta DM me, you ain't gotta add me to no group chats. Like, I'm good, bitch. I just feel like at that time in my life, I was accelerating so rapidly on YouTube. Maybe those people didn't show up for me because they were like, this is what we want for her in the first place. Like, this bitch was ascending so rapidly. Like if she's miserable in Ohio, then we get to stay on the same page. And I don't really know. I don't know. I just want to take this time to like say to those people that shit really hurt me. Like, that shit really hurt me. Like, you knew what I was going through. You saw that you call yourself my friend, and you like to watch my channel, and you like to like make it seem like you support me, but like when I really needed you to step up and be a friend, you didn't do that. You was not there for me, and that's why I'm not going to be there for you. Do you understand? Stay away from people like that. Like, and I know it sounds harsh coming out my mouth, but the truth fucking hurts. The people that don't show up for you the way that you show up for them is because they don't want to see you transcend. They don't want to see you become the best version of yourself. So they try to like pigeonhole you and keep you in this like mental prison where you think that you don't deserve the best. You do deserve the best. Go find that shit. The fourth sign. Now, I'm listing every single number as I go down this list because this list is not in random order. This list is in order of like how I came to the realization of how to cut people off. I genuinely feel like there's a checklist in regards to like how to know when to cut somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you don't want to just, oh my God, you don't serve me, you don't serve me. You don't want to be like a delusional person where like if someone gives you constructive criticism, you're just like, out of my life, off with their head. You don't want to be like that. So I kind of listed these red flags in order because I want people to like I want people to make realistic decisions on who to cut out of their life. I don't want it to just be like, oh my god, you don't kiss my ass, you gotta go. That's why I personally feel like people cut me off. I feel like people cut me off because I don't feed into their weird, you know, delusional ass version of reality. Like, I'm very much in the real world, and people are just like, you know what, Brianna, get the fuck out of here, because I like living in this fantasy land. Number 4, to know if it's time to cut someone off, bitch. If they drain you energetically. My ex-boyfriend, I used to literally live with him, and say I wanted to film a video, okay, and it would just be a regular day, like, okay, we both know that I'm going to be filming today, and you know, he'll be on the game, making it seem like he's in his own world, and I would notice, like, he would be so normal the whole time that I was putting on my makeup, because it takes me about like 2 to 3 hours to put on makeup. So like the whole like getting ready portion, he would be cool. As soon as I would like turn on my ring light and like really get in the zone, or like right when I was done with my makeup, that's when he would start an argument. And I'm a very spiritual person, so it would get to the point where like he would do it so consistently, I would pick up like physical attributes that let me know that it brought him physical joy or emotional joy to like distract me and tear me away from my purpose. I would be like, okay, so I'm gonna film today, I'm gonna do my makeup, and I know as soon as I'm done doing my makeup, this motherfucker gonna try to start an argument with me. And what would he do? Try to start an argument. You know how like I'm right here right now? I would literally just be sitting in front of the camera, like looking in the camera, listening to this guy work himself up to try to get me into an argument. And I would see it in his face how happy he was when I would finally feed into it, because there's only so much disrespect a bitch could take, and he knew that, and he would like disrespect me until I would feed into it, and then I was drained emotionally, and then I wouldn't film the video. If someone drains you energetically, you need to cut their ass off, because they're trying to block your blessings. They don't want you to put energy into the things that actually serve you. Oh my god, like for real, like the fireworks, like for fucking real. These people, they don't even know what the fuck they pop into fireworks for, and I know it's not for Black Lives Matter, so like for real. Honestly, fuck people who drain you energetically. You need all your energy to be the best version of yourself. You need all your energy to chase your passions, to study for school, to put your best foot forward. So if you're around people that are draining your energy, you don't have time for yourself. You don't have energy for yourself. So what are you alive for? What are you alive for if all your energy is going to bitches that really don't care if they drain you or not? They really don't care if you're happy or not. They're just happy to get that ego boost that they get from destroying you. I really feel like number 4 is important, because a lot of people like me, like I was so naive. Like I genuinely did not believe that there are people that exist that literally want to fucking destroy you, until I saw it in my ex-boyfriend, and then I saw it in my father, and then I saw it in my own siblings. So it's like God used people that were supposed to be the absolute closest to me, bitch, to show me that like there are people that exist that their entire purpose is to distract you from your purpose. And they got to go. That is a sign from the universe that that person needs to stay out of your life. Or on the flip side, as soon as a bitch leaves you, if you feel like an upgrade in spirit, like one of the last times I saw my ex-boyfriend, he was so lovey-dovey, he was so over me, hugging me, kissing my face, and it was like as soon as I got away from him, I felt so free. I felt so like, oh my god, like the world is my oyster. And that's how you know that that person is just not supposed to be in your life. That is a sign that they don't need to be in your presence in the first place. I'm telling you, because I know what it feels like to be on both ends of the spectrum. I know what it feels like to literally see someone be satisfied that they've distracted you, that they've drained you, and that they've caused you emotional trauma. Like, I cannot make, I literally wish that I could like Star Wars hologram my ex-boyfriend's face and like the absolute satisfaction that he would have when I would feed into his bullshit. Like he would be so happy, like, oh yeah, like I just fucked up her day. Stay away from people like that, and don't be somebody like that. Don't try to fight fire with fire, okay? Don't try to go tit for tat with someone. If you see that someone is like that, even if it's your own mom, cut them off, man. Like, it's really not that hard. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I don't care if we're family. I see family as just other human beings that have the same genetic makeup as me. I don't know, I just kind of see family, and this is based off my like personal experiences. I just kind of see family as like, so what, we're related, you're still a human being, like you can still turn on me at any moment. Like, us being family really doesn't mean shit. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that saying, like, your friends and your family, like the people that know you the most, the people closest to you, are the people that will turn on you first. The people closest to you, your friends and your family, those are the people that will turn on you first, because those are the people that feel like they're so close, they have all this information on you. I don't know, girl. I feel like I'm dropping absolute straight gems in this video. Like, if you guys don't open that third eye by the end of this video, I really don't know how I could fucking help you. Here is the 5th and final red flag that you need to cut that bitch off. If someone doesn't take responsibility for their actions, if they always play victim, if someone has exhibited red flags 1 through 4, and you decided that you're gonna follow step 1 and respect your boundaries, you decided that you're gonna put yourself as a priority because you see how this person is. If you try to articulate that to this person, like, oh my god, here I go again with another example. When I finally wanted to end it with my ex because I knew that he was cheating on me, he was like, what did I do to you? And I was like, you know what? This relationship is just not going anywhere. I would just rather you be out of my life forever. He chose to end the conversation by saying,
leave then, bitch.
If somebody could say that to you, even at the end, even when you gave them chance after fucking chance, stick by your decision and have absolutely no regrets. They do not deserve to be in your fucking life. When you start to love yourself and you have your personal boundaries in place, when you express to someone that you're starting to feel like the new version of yourself doesn't require this person in your life anymore, if they don't take responsibility for their actions and if they don't want to evolve with you, then they don't deserve to be in your life. They're going to attack you because they know that they can't evolve with you. That's how you know you made the right decision. Why would you want someone in your life that's always going to play victim, that's never going to take responsibility for their actions, and is just going to attack you for trying to love yourself? Someone that doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions is someone that doesn't want you to see them for who they really are, and they would rather attack you and just have you in this perpetual state of confusion about yourself. The whole purpose of this video is to get you to open your eyes and to see the people that are trying to distract you from your purpose and from your happiness. You're not here to live and exist for anybody but yourself and God. You're not here to make anybody happy but yourself and God, because God gave you your purpose and literal reason to be here on this planet. So if someone is trying to distract you from your happiness, if being around someone is literally draining you and giving you this exhausted ass vibe, and then when you tell them like, dude, every time I'm around you, you're saying stuff that I don't like. You're treating me in a way that I don't approve of. You know that I went through X, Y, and Z, and you're triggering a lot of the things that I expressed to you from my past. I mean, it's like if someone knows that you have a wound and they're ripping off your band-aid and just stabbing you in the wound, wouldn't you want to get away from that person? In 2020 and beyond, we only want people that we can have healthy conversations with that will push us to be better versions of ourselves. We don't want people around us that are just going to be content with not evolving. The bitches on this channel, we're constantly growing and we're constantly evolving. So we can't afford to have people around us that are just happy being where they are in life. We know that we were called for a bigger purpose. We know that we were called for more. So it really truly doesn't serve us to have people around us that are not willing to transcend and evolve to that level, because all they're going to do is keep us at this level and make us feel like it's normal and we deserve to be here. The red flags and the characteristics that I have listed in this video are people that literally, they're bad for our health. They're bad for our health because not only do they not love us, they don't love themselves. I genuinely think that people with these characteristics, they don't even know how to express love. They're probably narcissists, psychopathic narcissists, manipulative ass people, people that we don't need to be around in the first place. And I noticed that a lot of people in our generation are straight up psychopathic narcissists, or just regular narcissists, or energy vampires. And we genuinely normalize that shit, and the buck stops here. By the time you get to the end of this video, you're literally gonna love yourself, and you're gonna pick something up from this video to the point where you're like, I cannot keep living like this, and I cannot keep allowing people in my space that radiate on this low frequency. Like, I'm trying to be up here. And those are the 5 ways to know if it's time to cut someone out of your life. Not only are these 5 ways to tell, these are also like personality red flags or characteristics within people that are literal red flags that I don't think that we should ignore anymore, because it literally doesn't benefit us. I make these videos now because I don't want people to be like me. I don't want people to have to fight as hard as I have fought to be where I am today. When I smile and when I'm happy and when I tell my family, oh my God, I feel so good about myself today, they remind me, because of my past relationship, that I fought to be happy. Oh yeah, you fought to be that happy. Doesn't it feel great? Every day, whether you know it, whether you acknowledge it or not, people are doing spiritual warfare on you. If someone's gaslighting you, they're manipulating you, and that's spiritual warfare, because they're taking away your free will and your ability to see things clearly. That's not good, and you need to stay away from those people. This video is so absolutely important to me because honestly, I know my haters watch my videos. I know that there's people that literally cannot, they hate my stinking guts. Like, they would rather literally 0 people watch my videos because the points that I make are so strong and I just speak so much truth that they would rather see me like shut the fuck up and like never reach my full potential. That's why I go so hard, and that's why I make these videos, because if I have these people in my life and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, I know for a fact that you guys have it too, because I read your comments and I know that we are literally on this journey together. So with that being said, stop ignoring the red flags and put you first for the rest of this year and beyond. If you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up. Blue. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know what topics you guys want me to touch on next. What kind of like red flags or people or experiences you guys want me to talk about, because I'm like not old, but I just feel like God has put me through so much so early. And I have no idea why, but I'm just so grateful because it literally has made me stronger and it's made me better, and it's made my relationship with my family so much better, because my family looks at me now and they know that I'm dedicated and I put me first and I'm not going to fail anymore. And that is so empowering, and it feels so good to know that even if I have to do this on my own, at least I know that I would never disappoint myself.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch.
I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.